So lie back here and just start to breathe. Allow the eyes to close. Just going with the natural breath at first, breathing in and out. And then we'll take the thumb and index fingers together here, making a diamond shape, and taking that diamond shape to the lower belly. And then as the breath expands, the index fingers and thumbs will come apart. And on the exhale, slowly allowing the index fingers and thumbs to come back together. Starting off here, just breathing. You don't want to force or press the belly out, just allowing the natural breath. Cause that inflation of the belly. And as you exhale, the belly comes back down. Stay with this a few more rounds of breath, breathing in and out. Finding that expansion across the chest. The belly expands, the index fingers and thumbs separate. As you exhale, they come back together. Staying with this a couple more rounds of breath. And then slowly release the hands. Just allow the arms to release at your sides. And then taking the hands to the outsides of the knees, draw the knees in together here. Walk the feet out to the edge of the mat, and you can slide your blocks and any props out of the way. Stay here for a moment, just allowing the knees to drop in toward the center, and then we'll start to windshield wiper out the legs. You can take the arms up overhead and bend the elbows, coming into cactus arms. And then just start to drop the knees to the right, to the left. Moving on your breath. And see if you can time this with your breath. So as you inhale, coming back to the center. As you exhale, coming up and over to the left. Inhaling center. Exhale, coming up and over to the right. And then the next time you drop your knees to the left, just go over that right shoulder and direct your breath into that whole right side. And as you inhale, lift the knees back to the center. Drop your knees over to the right this time and just breathe into that whole left side. And come back to the center. From here, give the knees a hug. Just wrap your arms around the knees, drawing your knees into your chest. And then take the hands to the knees and slowly start to come into some circles here. So circling clockwise at first. Maybe releasing the low back, the sacrum into the floor, let it peel away. And then reversing that circle, coming counterclockwise. Nice and easy. And then the next time you draw the knees into the chest, just lengthen this left leg long onto your mat. Keep the right knee hugging in. Interlace the fingers underneath the knee. Use that upper body strength to try to gently tug the knee in toward your chest. And then start that same circle, circling clockwise here. And then counterclockwise. And then drawing the knee in toward your chest here, scoot your hips maybe 2-3 inches to your right. Take the knee across the body, and we'll set up for a twist, taking the hand to the outside of the knee here. Let the weight of that right shoulder blade release into the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently twist. One more deep inhale. Nice and easy, coming back onto your back here. Slide the hands back behind your thigh, and then just lengthen all the way through that leg. And we'll bend the knee in here and lengthen the leg. Moving from your knee joint, and you're welcome to point the toes as you extend, reaching that leg up toward the ceiling. Maybe flex the foot as you draw the foot in toward the sitting bones. We'll do that a couple more times. And this last one, hold, fully lengthen that leg. Keep the hands back behind the thigh or slide them up to the calf, drawing your forehead toward your knee. Take a breath here. And then take that entire out breath to lengthen the leg and slowly release the foot all the way back down to the floor. Take a moment just to feel the difference in the hips. Maybe that leg feels a little longer than before. And then we'll bend the left knee in here. Interlace the fingers underneath the knee. Take a couple of breaths here, just using your upper body strength to draw the knee into the chest. Start to release through the front of that hip, and then we'll start that same circle. Like you're tracing a circle on the ceiling with that knee. We've gone through a couple circles in one direction, reversing that circle here. Same thing. And then give your knee a hug, scoot your hips maybe 2-3 inches to the left this time, so that you stack the hips, drop the knee across the body. Let the weight of that left shoulder blade release into the floor. Breathe into this twist. Take another breath here. Exhale, twisting out, and we'll release, coming back onto the back. Take your hands back behind the thigh, and then lengthening all the way through that leg. And go ahead and bend your knee in. And we'll lengthen the leg and bend the knee in, and go for that a couple more times, moving with your breath. On this last one, lengthening through that leg all the way. And then keeping the hands here, sliding them up to your calf, draw the forehead toward the knee, go ahead and peel your upper body away from the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, nice and easy, actively reaching through the toes as you slowly lower that leg all the way down to your mat. Allow the legs to drop open. Feel the difference in the hips here. And maybe that left leg feels a little longer than the right. And from here, we'll take the arms up overhead. Taking this stretch from the fingers all the way down to the toes. Take a breath in here, bend the knees in one at a time, and slowly make your way over onto your right side. You can let that right arm be like a pillow overhead. And then using your upper body strength here, let the head be the last to come up. Just nice and easy, pressing your way up to a seat. You can take a block or a blanket underneath the hips here to elevate the hips and bring the hips up higher than the knees. And then shrugging the shoulders here up by the ears, draw your shoulder blades down and onto your back. Rest your hands on your thighs, close the eyes. Take a moment to come back to your breath. As you inhale, finding that expansion across the chest, the lungs, the belly expands. As you exhale, slowly, just allowing for the belly to deplete. We'll join the palms together over the heart. Bring your thumbs right to heart center. Take a moment to set an intention. And we'll seal that intention with the sound of one Om. Om. Take a breath. Exhale your breath. Blink open the eyes, but keep the hands where they are, and we'll interlace the fingers here. Bring the heels, the palms together, and just start off with some circles. So see if you can allow for that right wrist to lead here. Let the left wrist be limp. And just start with a few circles in one direction here. And then from here, reversing that circle. So coming in the opposite direction, continuing to allow that right wrist to lead. After you've gone for a couple in this direction, this time let that left wrist lead. Let your right wrist be limp. Might feel a little bit awkward. And then reversing that circle. Same as before, let that left wrist be active. Let your right wrist be limp. And then from here, spread through the fingers, stretch out through the hands, taking this stretch into the forearms, and then start to round your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest, take this stretch into your lower back. Like you're reaching in both directions. As you inhale, sweep the arms up here, like you're taking a good morning stretch. And as you exhale, round your spine, chin to your chest, let that pelvis rock back. As you inhale, lengthen across the belly, allow the spine to arch. And as you exhale, once again, chin to the chest, let your pelvis rock back. One more like that. Inhale, arch in the spine, arms lift, chest expands, exhale, round. The next breath in, take the arms up, but this time sink your sitting bones down. Find a little more length for both sides of the waist. Take a breath in here as the elbows bend, just allow for that right elbow to drop down. So we'll nestle the back of the head into the arm. And then stay here for a breath or two, opening up through the shoulders, the upper back. Take a breath in and take that entire out breath to release your hand. Sliding this hand back behind your head, we'll gaze up. And as you exhale, fold over. So in an inhale breath, peeling up and just open across your chest. Exhale, round and fold over. One more like that. Inhale, breathing into those side ribs. Exhale, round and fold. The next time you peel out, and open the chest, extend this arm all the way alongside your ear, and then from here, bending into that other elbow a bit more. Find a little more length out through the fingertips. Turning the chest and the gaze up, one more breath. We'll sweep this hand down. Take it to the floor, draw your forehead towards your knee, and this time allow for this left shoulder to drop a bit. And then from here, we'll take a breath in and take this hand to the outside of the knee. Take your other hand, bring it back behind you. We'll come to fingertips here. And as you exhale, setting yourself up for the twist. So as you inhale, grow tall. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Exhale, ribs wrapping around the head and neck will follow. Inhale, creating space here, creating length. And then deepening that twist. One more breath. From here, taking that other arm, bring it alongside the ear. Just take a side bend in that opposite direction. Chest turning up. Deep breath in here. Sweep this hand down. Find your other knee. From here, we'll relax the weight of the head. Relax the back of the neck. And then as you inhale, sweeping the arms open across your chest and backstroke the arms all the way back behind you into your fingertips. Lift your heart here. A little bit of a back bend. Lift the chest. One more breath in. And then from here, rocking back to your sitting bones. Go ahead and switch the cross in the legs. And then we'll take the opposite interlace of the fingers so that non-habitual thumb is on top. And then leading with the left wrist this time, let the right wrist be limp. So with that non-habitual thumb on top, it might feel a little awkward. And then reversing that circle. So coming in the other direction here, nice and easy. And then from here, let the right wrist lead. This time, let that left wrist be limp. Go through a couple of circles in one direction. And then reversing that circle, nice and easy. And coming in the opposite direction. And then we'll spread the fingers here, press into the hands, reach, taking that stretch into the fingers, the hands, the upper arms, and then start to round your spine, tuck your tail under, and stretch the low back. As you inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up, open across your chest. Exhale, once again, round your spine, chin to your chest, pelvis rocks back. Inhale to lengthen through the belly, arms lift up. Exhale, once again, round. Inhale, the spinal arch. Sweeping the arms, Exhale as you round. This next breath in, we'll take the arms all the way up. Sink your sitting bones down, grow a little bit taller first. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Nestle the back of the head into the arm, letting that left elbow drop down. Notice if the chin's coming toward the chest here. Can you back the arms up a bit? And then press the back of the head into the arm to deepen that stretch of the shoulders. Take a breath. Let the weight of that elbow take you down to the floor. Slide this other hand back behind your head. Gaze up. Breathe into those ribs. Exhale, round, fold over. So as you peel out, open across your chest. Exhale, round, folding over. Once again, inhale. Reach. Exhale, round and fold. The next time you peel out, extend the arm all the way alongside the ear. And then notice if the shoulder's creeping up by the ear. Can you draw the shoulder blade onto your back? And then can you ground down to that right sitting bone and find a little more length out through those fingertips. One more breath here. We'll sweep this hand down, draw your forehead towards your knee. This time allowing for that right shoulder to drop toward the floor. Take a breath in, sliding this hand to the outside of the knee. Take your other hand, bring it back behind you, grow tall. And as you exhale, come into this twist. So the crown of the head will reach toward the ceiling, lengthening. Creating space through the vertebrae. Exhale, coming into that twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, deepening the twist. One more breath. Stay in the twist here, taking that other arm alongside the ear. Take a side bend in that opposite direction. Keep the chest turning up here. Breath in. Sweep this hand down. Find the knee and we'll fold over. Relax the back of the neck. As you inhale, sweep the arms up here like you're taking off your shirt. Back, stroking the arms all the way back behind you. The fingertips, lift your heart here, lift the chest. Stay here, peeling the hips away from the block of the foot. One more breath. And exhale, releasing. And we'll slide onto hands and knees. If you like, you can bring that blanket underneath the knees for support. And we'll bring the hips and knees in line, stack your shoulders and wrists, really spread through the fingers and press down into the floor through finger pads and knuckle pads. When you're ready, just extending the heart as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, curling the tail under, surrounding all the way into cat. So the belly will drop from here, the heart will lift. And as you exhale, make like you're pressing the floor away as you round all the way up. And then just moving on your own breath here. On your own timing, taking your time, maybe lingering a little bit more in cat or in cow. So really tuning into your body and how it feels right now. And then the next time that you round up through the spine and curl your tail under, go ahead and sink the hips all the way back toward the heels. And then inch the fingertips out maybe a little further in front. Let the forehead just rest on that here. And then from here, pressing into the hands, hover the elbows away, get the stretch through the shoulders. We'll take a breath in and walk it out to the right. As you do, reach your hips over to the left and just direct your breath into that whole left side. And then keep this nice and long. We'll walk it through center and make your way over to the left this time. As you press into the hands, reach your hips over to the right. Breathe into that right side. And make your way back to center. Keep the arms out long in front of you. And this time, inhale, shifting forward. Come into more of an extended cat-cow. Bring your shoulders slightly forward to the wrist. Exhale, tailbone draws you back around your spine. Inhale, lengthening through the belly. And exhale. Draw the tailbone back, allow that to help you round. Do that a couple more times, moving on the breath. And then the next time you shift forward, we'll take this into a circle to the right. So shifting weight into that right hand, circle the hips all the way back and around, and come over to the left. You've gone through a few circles in that direction. Go ahead and reverse the circle. So coming counterclockwise this time. Circling all the way around to the left. Opening up the fronts of the hips here. Backs the legs. Shoulders. And then the next time you shift forward, go ahead and tuck the toes here. We'll lift the knees. Just go ahead and reach your hips up and back. Start to pedal the feet. Take your time bending one knee as you reach and straighten that opposite heel toward the floor. And then the next time that you reach through that left heel, roll over the top of the right foot. rolling through the toes, roll over the top of the left foot, and then just switch. A couple more like that. So kind of warming up the feet, getting things moving. And then the next time you roll over the top of the right foot, take a little circle of the ankle here. And circling the other way. And we'll circle, roll over the top of that left foot. Same circle of the ankle. Waking up the feet a bit, and then we'll lengthen the heels toward the mat, actively press into the hands, just moving toward the thighs. Inhale, shift forward into a plank. Bring your shoulders over the wrists. You're welcome to stay at a plank, or maybe lower the knees. So keep that same lift through the belly. And then as you exhale, thighs draw you back, downward dog. Inhale, peel forward, come into that high plank. Set the shoulder blades onto your back here. You can lower the knees or reach back through the heels. And then thighs draw you back. One more like that. Inhale, peel forward into your plank. Set the shoulder blades onto your back. Firmly press into the hands, firm the belly and thighs. Come forward to tippy toes. This time we'll lower the knees down. And then see if you can nice and easy lower your chest just between your hands. Once you're here, activate the legs. Let that support a little lift of the chest. So just take a baby cobra. And then from here, drawing back for all fours. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, make your way to down dog. Pedaling your feet once again. And then gradually, nice and easy, just allow that pedaling to become walking. We'll take a walk all the way to the top of the mat. And at the head of your mat, just allow your knees to bend deeply. Let your chest just kind of collapse onto the thighs. Let the weight of the head be heavy here. Let it go. And you can clasp opposite elbows. Take a little sway side to side, opening up through the side body. We'll come to rest in the middle. Nod your head yes. Leave your head no, let it go. And then we'll roll it up to stand. So keep a bend in the knees here to help protect the low back, but stack one vertebrae on top of another. Rolling all the way up to stand. Shoulders roll back at the top, we'll grow tall. And just take a moment to find Tadasana. I'll slide my mat back here. We'll lift all 10 toes away from the floor. Spread your toes, bring them down one at a time, starting with those big toes. Pinky toes rather, all the way to the big toes. Let's do that again. So from here, lift all 10 toes away. Take your pinky toes down, then the next toe, all the way to the big toe, keeping the big toes spread. And then find that lift through the inner arch of the foot. Let that lift carry up, lifting the kneecaps here, engaging the quads, drop the tailbone down, roll your shoulders back. Coming into Tadasana, we'll inhale, take the arms all the way up. As you exhale, folding forward, a little bend in the knees is needed. Lengthen your belly, so bringing the hands to shins or thighs. Heart draws forward, folding forward here. Soften your knees a bit. Hinge from your hips and rise. And as you exhale, releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Hinging from your hips, a little bend in the knees as you fold forward. Nice long spine. And then hands might need to come to shins or all the way up to the thighs to really roll your shoulders back and find that long spine. And then folding forward, ground the feet here. Take the arms all the way up, grounding down to rise up. As you exhale, releasing your arms down. Tadasana. Moving on from here, inhale, take the arms all the way up. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. And you're welcome to grab blocks here if you like, lengthening the belly. We'll take the right leg back and come into a lunge. And then light on the fingertips here or using your blocks. And we'll take that right or left foot back to meet the right, releasing the blocks here. Start to pedal the feet, bending a knee. Do straighten to the other. And then lengthening the heels toward the floor, lifting up through the sitting bones. Inhale, peel forward and come into a plank. Bring your shoulders right over top your wrists. Come forward to tippy toes, lower the knees. Hug the elbows in with control, lower down to your belly. From here, slide the hands underneath the shoulders, activate the legs, cobra. Pulling the chest away and then tuck the toes, press into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale the right leg forward. Come back to fingertips here. We'll step the left foot to meet the right, fold over. Grounding your feet, take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. And breathing out. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward over the legs. A little bend in the knees as needed. Long spine here, heart draws forward. This time stepping the left foot back. Taking blocks or coming to fingertips here. Lift the chest away from that front thigh. And then regrounding the palms. We'll step the right foot back to meet the left. Pedal the feet in place. Bending one knee as you reach and straighten through that opposite heel. And then from here, lift the heels high, peel forward into a plank, shoulders over the wrists. Aim the chest forward, take the knees down. Hug your elbows in, lower all the way onto your belly. Activate the legs here, let that support a little lift to the chest, cobra. And then tucking the toes, pressing into the hands, you can come back through all fours. Rise up to down dog, take a breath. On your next inhale, left leg steps forward. Taking this right foot to meet the left, fold over the legs, a little bend in the knees here. Hinge from your hips, rise. And releasing the arms down. Vinyasa. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward over your legs. Lengthening the belly here, heart draws forward. We'll take the right leg back. And then light on the fingertips here, energize the back leg. Reground the palm, stepping that left foot back to meet your right, downward dog. Pedaling in place, bending one knee as you reach and straighten through that opposite heel. Lengthening the heels for the mat, lift up to the sitting bones, peel forward into a plank. You can lower the knees, or you can lower all the way down in one piece. Come to a larger cobra, and then tucking the toes, pressing into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to downward facing dog. From here, we'll step the right foot forward, lower the back knee. Start to sink the hips, you can grab blocks as needed. Settling in a bit. Start to settle. Relax the jaw, and then take your hands onto the front thigh here. Find this lift to the chest. We'll press down to rise up, and then re-sink, bending back into that front knee. Press down, rise up, and re-sink. One more like that. Press down to rise up. As you re-sink, keep pressing down for that right foot, activating the muscles around the hips. Sweep the arms, Vinyasa. And then circle the arms back around. We'll take a hold of blocks here. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee away. Lengthening through the belly as you exhale, lengthen over that leg. As you rebend the front knee, the heart will draw forward. And as you exhale, lengthening all the way through that front leg. Two more. Keep in mind, you can keep the blocks on this height. You can take them down to a lower height or take them up to the highest height. Lengthen through this leg all the way. Readjust your stance a bit so you can ground that heel. You need to readjust your blocks. And then lengthen over this front leg, forehead toward the knee. How can you soften and come into this stretch a little more deeply? Readjusting the blocks as you deepen the stretch. One more breath. We'll rebend the front knee. And then just stepping that left foot to meet your right. Fold over. Softening the knees here, hinging from the hips. Rise. And releasing the arms down. Shavasana. Inhale, the arms will sweep. Hinge from your hips here, fold forward. Lengthen the belly, heart draws forward. This time taking the left leg back. Activate the back thigh, lift the belly away from the thigh, and step that right foot back to meet your left. Pedaling the feet in place, bending one knee as you reach and straighten through that opposite heel. And then reaching the heels toward the floor, press into the hands. Travel forward into a plank. Lower the knees here, or elbows draw in, lower all the way onto your belly. Heel the chest away here. Take a larger cobra if you like. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, thighs draw up and back. Take a breath. Your next breath, take your left foot forward. We'll lower this back knee, taking some padding as needed. You can grab blocks if you like. Start to sink the hips, settling in just a bit. Let the pelvis sink for a moment, and then take your hands onto your front thigh. Lift your chest. Press down to rise up. Using this left foot like a brake, re-sink. Press down to rise up. So that'll engage all these muscles around the thigh, the hip. The next time you re-sink, keep that pressure downward through that left foot to engage those muscles. Lift the arms all the way up, Vinyasa. A little bit of a back bend here if you like, part of lift. Sweep the arms all the way out and around. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee away, low lunge. Lift your heart, and then draw the hips back, lengthen over that leg. Rebend your front knee, the heart will draw forward. Exhale to lengthen as much as you can through that front leg. Go through that 2 more times. Moving on your breath. On this last one, we'll lengthen all the way through the front leg as much as you can. Soften your face, fold over. So remember, you can readjust the blocks here as needed. More important to feel balanced, because if you don't feel balanced, you might fall over. So you don't want to tense up the muscles When you're coming into a stretch, you want to try and release. So if you need to, bring those blocks up a little higher. You feel like that feels a little more secure. And then breathing into this. Take another breath here. We'll rebound the front knee, draw your heart forward. And from here, stepping that right foot to meet your left. Holding over. Soften the knees just a bit, rise on an inhale breath. And release your arms back down. Tadasana. Inhale, taking the arms overhead. Hinge from your hips here, a little bend in the knees as you fall forward. We'll come into a long spine. And this time, stepping back to plank. You're welcome to draw the thighs back or lowering down to your mat. Rising into cobra and making your way back, downward dog. When you're ready, we'll step the right foot forward. Take the back heel to the mat and then reach the arms all the way up. Just come to Virabhadrasana 1. And through the grounding of that back heel, can you find some lift for your chest? Can you extend and reach out to the arms? If you need to, maybe bringing those arms a little bit wider to a V. Take another breath here. And as you exhale, just open up to Warrior 2. Start to bend into this front knee. Eventually lining this knee more or less over the ankle. Take the arms, reach them out to your sides. Soften the face, easing down that right index finger. Take another breath here. Exhale your breath. We'll reverse the warrior, rotating that front palm. Slide the back hand down the back thigh. Breathe into that whole right side. And then coming back into warrior 2. Take this back hand all the way down to the floor. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take a breath. And we'll inhale the left foot forward. Take the back foot, turn it out around the heel. Take the arms all the way up overhead. And through the grounding that back heel, find a little more lift for your chest. And then from that lift of the chest, find that extension out through the arms. Maybe lifting the gaze here. It feels like too much to bring the arms directly overhead. Take the arms to a V. Breathing in and out, take another breath. We'll open it up to 2, so readjust your stance a bit. We're bringing that front foot forward to the back leg back. Really start to sink into that front knee. Settling in. Lift the toes of that left foot. Activate the arch of the foot. Keep that arch active as you release the toes back down to the floor. Take the outer edge of that back foot all the way down. And then flip your front palm. Slide the back hand down the back thigh. Breathe into that left side reverse warrior. And from here, taking that back hand all the way to the floor. And then step your left foot back to meet your right. Come into downward dog. Deep breaths right here in downward dog. If you need to, lift the heels. In fact, let's all try lifting the heels. Bend your knees, move the chest back toward the thighs. If this is more comfortable, maybe reaching some of that weight back toward the heels and taking the weight out of the upper body. Stay here, or you can lengthen the heels from your neck. On this next breath in, take your right foot forward. Turn the back foot to the mat, around the heel, lift the arms all the way up overhead. Into Virabhadrasana 1. Bending into the front knee, find that lift to the chest. Find that extension out through the arms. Take a breath in. We'll open up to 2. Readjust your stance just a bit here, so that as you bend into that front knee, the knee's not coming forward the toes. And then start to sink. Spread through the toes of the right foot. Find that reach and extension out through the arms from fingertip to fingertip. From here, come back to reverse warrior. And we'll come back to warrior 2. Lengthen through the front leg all the way this time. Drawing that right hip under, reach the fingertips toward the front wall. Take that hand to the shin, and then lift the top arm high. Trikonasana. Low ribs rolling under here to help the chest turn up. Take Another breath in. And then from here, ground down through both legs to rise. We'll bring those right toes so they're parallel to the left. Turn to face the sidewalk. Lift the chest, either keeping hands to hips or extend out to the arms. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Hands can come onto the blocks here or to the floor. Drawing the crown of the head toward the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. And stay with a bend in the knees or maybe work towards lengthening the legs. And lengthening the belly. Start to walk the hands around toward this front foot. Rebend the front knee. Lower that back knee all the way down. Start to sink your hips here. You can grab blocks if you like. Settling in just a bit. And then when you're ready, taking the hands onto the front thigh, lift through the chest. And we'll sweep the arms all the way up. And Vinyasa. Keep pressing down into the floor through that right foot. Circle the arms around and we'll toe heel this foot over to the right. And you can either stay on blocks here, hands to blocks. You can bring your palms down to the floor, or you can lower the forearms down to your blocks. And then just settle in here. You relax your jaw, you soften your face. Coming into the stretch for the hips and groins, breathe. Let's take another breath or two here. Nice and easy. Make your way up. You can keep hands onto the blocks here or onto the floor. We're going to bend into this front knee and then just lengthen all the way over the front leg and draw the hips back. And we'll rebend and lengthen. We'll do that a couple more times. Opening up through the fronts of the hips here and the backs of the legs. And next time you rebend this front knee, we'll take it into a circle to the right, reminiscent of our circles in the lower mat. Let's go through a couple more just like that, circling clockwise. Next time you rebend into that knee, go ahead and bring weight into the hands, step that foot back, coming back to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, reach your hips up and back, take a breath or two here and down dog. And we'll step the left foot forward. Round the back heel, bring the back foot out, take the arms up. Come to Virabhadrasana 1. And then through the planting that heel, find that lift of the chest, extend out through the arms, reaching through the fingertips, breathe. Take another breath here. And then we'll take an inhale as you exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Lengthen the stance a bit. Spread through those left toes, really bend into that front knee. And then find this reach extension to the arms. Can you be strong, but also be soft? Soften the face. Easing down that left index finger. Let's come back to a reverse warrior. Flip the front palm, slide the back hand down, opening up to that left side, and then come back to warrior 2. Lengthen all the way through that front leg, this time putting the left hip under. Take the hand to the shin, reach the top arm up to the ceiling. Trikonasana. And then from here, turn the chest up. Turn the gaze up. If this is too much on the head and neck, gazing straight ahead, or maybe turn your gaze down to look at that front big toe. One more breath here. Actively press down for both feet, like somebody's got you by the wrist, pulling you up, rise. Bring those left toes so they're parallel to the right. Turn, face the sidewall, lift your chest. Hands to hips or extend the arms. Hinge from your hips here, fold all the way forward. And you're welcome to take a block to the hands if needed, or reaching the crown of the head to the mat. If the crown of the head's almost on the mat, maybe sliding that block underneath. You can take a bend in the knees or work towards lengthening the backs of the legs here. As you do, maybe shifting weight forward a bit so the hips line up over the heels, deepening that opening through the whole back body. And then just breathe. Deep breaths in and out. Let's take another breath. And then we'll lengthen the belly here. Start to walk the hands around toward this front foot. Rebend the front knee. Lower the back knee all the way down, maybe taking some padding to that back knee as needed. Welcome to grab blocks here. Sink the hips. Take your time. Once you kind of settle in, you can bring the hands onto this front thigh. Lift through the chest. Keep pressing down actively through that left foot. Sweep the arms. Open the chest, little back bend, and we'll circle the arms back around. Toe heel the foot to the left. So you can take your hands to the blocks. Maybe this is comfortable for today. You can lower down. You can bring hands to the floor. You can lower onto the forearms or try sliding blocks underneath of your forearms here. Coming into this opening for the hips and groins. And then just breathe. Relax your jaw a bit. Softening the face. I'll stay with this a couple more rounds of breath, nice and easy. Take another breath here. Start to walk your hands back in. So hands can stay on the block or to the floor. And lengthen all the way through that leg. And then just rebending the knee. Draw your heart forward and lengthen all the way through that leg. And just move back and forth a couple of times. Moving on your breath. And then the next time you rebend that knee, we'll take it into a circle this time counterclockwise. So circling over the left, circling all the way back and around. Bring the weight into that right hand. And the next time you rebend that knee, or weight into the hands, go ahead and shift back onto all fours. From here, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, reach the hips up and back. We'll come to downward dog. And then from here, go ahead and take a walk to the head of your mat. Nice and easy. You can take a bend in the knees if needed. And we'll come back to that forward fold at the top of your mat. So separating the feet underneath the sitting bones. You can take a hold of opposite elbows. As needed, you can take blocks here. And then if you need the blocks, take a deep bend in the knees. That's going to be better for the low back. Otherwise, you can kind of allow the weight of the head to hang, taking out the elbows here. Just hang down, giving into gravity. Gravity is on your side in this pose. We'll soften the knees. From here, you can bring your hands to the thighs for support. Find a little lift in the belly. Make like you're pressing the floor away. Stack one vertebrae on top of another. Roll all the way up to stand or top. Take a moment to heel the feet together and find Tadasana. So feet can be separated an inch or two apart, or big toes and heels might come together. And then take a moment, shifting the weight onto the right foot, spread through the toes, and then shift the weight onto the left foot, and just shift back and forth a couple of times. And then the next time you shift the weight onto the right foot, spread through the right toes, rounding down through the right leg. Take the left foot out, so you can either bring it to kickstand with the ball of the foot on the floor, heel to the heel, bring it to the calf, or taking a hold of the foot, bring it to the inner thigh. And then take your hands to your hips and make sure you're not sinking into that right hip. In fact, can you level the hip points, those bony points in the front? Can you lengthen up to the crown of the head as you round down through the floor and into that foot? Turn the palms over the heart. Set your gaze here, find your breath. And then actively press the foot into the calf of the thigh. You're pressing the calf of the thigh back into the foot. And then you can stay here, or if you like, maybe, just maybe taking those arms up overhead. Maybe lifting the gaze. And then staying here for a little more challenge, take that left hand down the inner thigh. Reach out for the right fingertips. Take a little bit of a side bend to your left. And then nice and easy, slowly retrace your steps. Come back to stand on 2 feet, take your time. And then pouring the weight onto the left foot here. Go back and forth a couple of times, shift the weight to the right, spreading the toes, back to the left. And the next time you pour your weight into that left foot, spread through the left toes, ground down to that left leg. Take the right foot up. So heel to heel, sliding up to the calf or all the way to the inner groins. Join the palms together over the heart, and then actively press that foot into the inner thigh and the inner thigh back into the foot. And remember, you can take it down to the calf. Leave the heels on the floor. And then again, check out your pelvis. Are you sinking into that left hip? Can you find that lift up? And simultaneously ground down like roots down into the floor. Keep the palms over the heart or reach the arms. And if you're feeling a little daring, maybe taking the gaze up for the hands. See how that changes your balance. And then from here, you can start to side bend to the right. That right hand to the inner thigh, reaching that left arm alongside the ovary. And then retracing your steps. You can back out of it, take your time. Take a moment standing in Tadasana. And we'll inhale, take the arms all the way up. So as you exhale, folding forward a little bend in the knees here. Lengthen the belly. We're going to toe the feet all the way out to the edges of the mat. And then sink down into a yogi squat. And then you can take the palms together over your heart. This is calling for flexion at the ankle joint, knee joint, at the hip joint. See if you can lengthen the tailbone down as you reach up to the crown of the head. We'll take another breath or two here. Press into the floor, use your feet as brakes, and lift an inch or two away and hold that. Breathe, 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 breathe. Take another breath in. Exhale, sink back down, and from here, go ahead and just roll onto your back from here. You can grab a hold of the ankles, ground your sacrum, and make sure the sacrum is grounded. Stay with the hands on the ankles or take the hands to the arches of the feet. Come into happy baby. Start to rock side to side. If you'd like, maybe lengthening one leg and then the other. Try to keep that sacrum grounded. We've gone through a couple of cycles. And draw the knees together. We'll take that left foot down, take this right ankle over the left knee. Flex the feet a bit, draw your toes back, setting up for a figure four stretch or reclining pigeon. And then you can take the hands back behind the left thigh, if that's available to you. That causes a lot of tension in the upper body. Just keep the arms released to your sides. And then breathe into this, look down. Just make sure that your knee is not in one direction, the toes in another, but it's one line. And then breathe. Relax your jaw. Soften the face. Coming into this for a couple more rounds of breath. And then we'll go ahead and slide a leg across. And then maybe you can grab a hold of the ankles here. And then from here, you pull apart and draw the knees towards you. And just breathe into this stretch. You should feel it through that right hip and thigh. Softening into this for a couple more breaths. And then we'll unwind the legs. And this time, keeping that left ankle to the right knee. So maybe that right foot's on the floor, maybe it's lifted away, or maybe just bringing the hands back behind the thigh here. And then flex the feet a bit, draw your toes back, and just breathe. Maybe pulling it in a little bit closer as you feel the stretch. Just here for another couple of breaths. And then we'll cross this leg over nice and easy. Maybe you're able to grab a hold of the ankles. Maybe not, so staying wherever you are. If you have the ankles, you can pull apart their jaw towards you here. And then you have the handlebars, so you can take this as far as you want. You can back off if this feels like too much. Draw it in to intensify the stretch a bit. Relax your jaw, breathe. And we'll unwind the legs. Draw your knees into your chest here. Take a little circle. And circling the other way, nice and easy. And we'll lengthen that left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest here. And then coming back to that twist that we started with. Drop the knee across the body, let the weight of that shoulder blade release into the floor. Nice and easy, unwind. Lengthen the right leg long here. Give your left knee a hug. And then scooch the hips a bit to your left here. So as you drop the knee across the body, you're stacking the hips. And then let the weight of that left shoulder blade release into your mat. And then we'll come back to the center. Bend both knees in here, take the feet to the floor. We're going to take a supported bridge here, so just peeling the hips up. Stay here for a moment or two, and then you can take your block either on the low height, the medium height, or stack two on the low height. Just slide it up underneath the sacrum, that flat bone at the base of the spine. And then stay here for a couple of breaths in this supported bridge, so letting the block do the work for you. And then you're welcome to stick with this or lengthen one leg and then the other up toward the ceiling. We'll take a supported shoulder stand. You can do this without a block underneath the hips or to recreate some of the same effects. You can also come into legs up the wall. So coming, you have wall space, bringing the hips to the wall against the side and then sweeping the legs up. And then wherever you are, we'll hold this for a good 5 to 6 breaths. Nice and easy. Take another breath. Exhale the breath, and then taking an inhale, take that entire exhale to lower the feet all the way down to the floor. Lifting your hips here, slide your block out. Walk your feet out to the edges of the mat, drop the knees into the center. Coming back to where we started, just take a moment to neutralize, dropping the knees to the left, to the right. Going through a couple of cycles, moving with your breath. Next time you drop your knees to the left, look over that right shoulder, breathe into that right side. Come back to the middle. Drop the knees over to the right. This time, breathe into that whole left side. Coming back to the middle. Extend the legs long onto your mat one at a time. And if you like, you can take a blanket and roll it. Bring it for support underneath the knees. And then if you like, bring a blanket or sweatshirt to the top and lie back into Shavasana. Final rest and pose. From here, slowly starting to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back to the body, wiggling fingers, the toes. When you're ready, taking the arms up overhead, taking this final stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. We'll bend the knees in one at a time. And from here, making your way over onto your right side. And just pausing for a moment. Soaking in all the effects of your practice. And then keeping the eyes closed and allowing the head to be the last to come up. Go ahead and press your way back up to a seat. Taking your time, coming back to an easy seated position. Closing the eyes, coming back to your intention. We'll rejoin the hands over the heart. And from here, closing class with the sound of one home. Take a breath. And then bringing the thumbs to forehead center, pulling forward. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys. Have a lovely day. Keep up with our video.
Thank
Oh,
you.
keep in mind, there was a little change to the schedule. So, hey, George, we're doing Saturday and Sunday will be classes as usual, but Monday we're just having morning classes. So there'll be a 9 and a 10:30, and we canceled the 6 and the 7:30 for Memorial Day.
Okay.
So have fun with your family. Stay safe. Happy Memorial Day if I don't see you. I am teaching tomorrow morning if you guys want to come join me at 8:30. Thanks. Bye.